The aircraft, as you can see, has finally landed in the Joint Base Andrews for his send-off ceremony. As just a few minutes ago, we had seen Marine One taking off from the White House lawn, carrying the outgoing President Donald Trump to Joint Base Andrews. This is where his send-off ceremony is going to be taking place. It is not typical for a president's final flights to be officially called Marine One or Air Force One, since those craft only have those names when the president is on them. The helicopter flight for the outgoing president typically becomes known as Executive One. So what you're seeing are visuals of Executive One. And for more details, let's quickly go across to our correspondent Amy Hebels, who's joining us live at the moment. Amy, just ahead of his departure, Donald Trump is all set to hold a departure ceremony this morning, and of course Mike Pence is expected to skip this ceremony. How telling is the gesture of Mike Pence skipping the ceremony, and how telling is this gesture of Donald Trump's presidency?
Well, it's actually a departure from tradition for the outgoing president to not attend the inauguration. Very unusual. We just saw Marine One fly overhead. He apparently wanted to take one final look at the mall, National Mall. He will not be attending the inauguration ceremony, but Vice President Mike Pence will be in attendance. Now, right now, there's definitely a mixture of excitement and some tense nerves out here on the National Mall because of the unprecedented security that is in place. I walked this morning from the Capitol Hill neighborhood all the way down here to the National Mall. The entire area is cordoned off. It's almost like a fortress. Roads are blocked off. Streets are blocked off. This part of the city is shut down entirely, which is very unusual. There's about 25,000 National Guardsmen working this area, securing the perimeter of the U.S. Capitol and the National Mall. They're working hand in hand with the Secret Service and the U.S. Capitol Police, trying to make sure that there are no outbreaks of violence. Now, because the public is not allowed to come down here for the inauguration, I don't know if you can see behind me, there's a field of flags. There are thousands of flags representing every state and every territory in the United States. It's really quite an incredible sight. Now at 12 noon exactly, President-elect Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States.
All right, and as we speak, Amy, President Donald Trump has arrived at Joint Base Andrews. I have to keep reminding myself to call him the outgoing president now. And as we can see, he has arrived at the Joint Base Andrews. And of course, do run us through what can we expect at Joint Base Andrews now?
Yeah, so I'm actually down here on the National Mall. I am not at Joint Base Andrews, but he is flying to Florida. He's going to his residence in Florida.
Right.
He has chosen not to attend the inauguration, which is, for your audience there, that's very unusual.
Right.
Most presidents participate in that, just as a show of respect and decorum. Vice President Mike Pence, however, will be on hand for that. What's also unique is this afternoon, we are going to see 3 former living presidents. We're going to see former President Barack Obama, former President Bill Clinton, and former President George W. Bush going to the wreath-laying ceremony with then President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. They're all going to be there together. That ceremony will be held this afternoon after the inauguration. That's going to be at Arlington National Cemetery. So that'll be really unique. Former President Jimmy Carter is still with us, but he and his wife Rosalind declined, probably because of this is a pandemic right now. So not only are things toned down this time around during this inauguration because of the pandemic, but then we also have the security issue.
As we speak, Amy.